Our today's class is how to be a memory master. When I look at some persons who are so much expert in memorizing some words and they can inform you the list of those words in the same sequence, and everybody surprises that how have they got this ability. So today we'll shed some light on memory and how to become a memory master, and some interviews or ideas or tips and tricks which were told by some previous memory masters. So look at what is memory. The faculty by which the mind stores and remembers information. Mind is a big reservoir of knowledge, and it takes input and then it gives you the stored information at the right time. If you are able to get the required information quickly from the store of your memory, you are called genius and memory master. You are looking at the picture that here there is a ladder, and you are throwing ideas, thoughts in it, and on the other side, when you require, you can select and sort out your required information from that part. If your mind is jumbled up and like a house in which all things have been thrown here and there, nothing has been placed in some order or at the right position. When you are in need of that thing, you are unable to search out or to get out that thing. Same is the case with the mind. If you have not made boxes or arrange your mind in a proper way, you cannot take your things back, or you cannot take that particular information back from your mind when you recall it. So the point is, you should store your thoughts, information, and pieces of knowledge in a very organized manner. As you must have seen some warehouses where so many things have been placed, but all things have been placed in an alphabetical order, and you can search those things easily, and you can get back those things easily. For your ease, I want to give you the information of some medical store or chemist shop. How do they arrange their things? Most of the chemists they arrange things according to company wise. Suppose they have specified two shelves for Abbott company, and next they have arranged them alphabetically. Some have placed all medicines alphabetically, not company wise. But the best way is first of all store according to company, then in an alphabetical order. So your mind is like such medical store in which you can seek, search your required information in a very short span, and you can recall it. Okay. Now we'll see there are different types of memories. One is called sensory memory, short-term memory, long-term memory, explicit memory, implicit memory, autobiographical memory. Sensory, the word has been taken from senses. Sensory information is taken in by sensory receptors and processed by the nervous system. Our whole body is well knit with the nervous system, and we perceive knowledge with our senses. There are five senses: listening, speaking. You listen with ears, you speak with your tongue, or you taste it, you smell it, you touch it, and all your senses play their pivotal role in getting knowledge. And those who are visual learners, they can recall those things easily. That's why I emphasize that students should learn through the mind maps, because human brain can retrieve information in the form of images, not in the form of words. Just think about yourself. When you look at your friends, you easily recognize them because of their images, because of their physical features. But if we ask you about their names, you have forgotten their names. Same happens with teachers, that I have thousands of faces in my mind. I can recognize the persons from their face, but I have forgotten so many names. So pictorial knowledge, sensory knowledge is better than the word. So you should try to be a visual learner as compared to word learner. There is a short-term memory. Short-term memory, like storing, managing, and retrieving information for short span of time. You see something and you memorize for short time and you forget it. This is short-term memory. Long-term memory means you learn something and you memorize it forever. There is also psychological bent of mind. If you want to keep something in your mind for long time, you keep it with you for long time. If you just consider that I want to pass the exam and then I will throw this information away and I will relax my mind, so you will forget it. I have met some religious scholars that they memorize book number, edition, author, and page number. And when they talk, they tell us as they are looking at the picture. Basically, they are visual learners. They memorize every word, every page they read. So, intention is very important, and you should keep it in your mind that you want to keep it in your long term memory. Another misconception which I want to nullify, that memory never finishes. There are trillions of neurons and trillions of cells in our brain, and most of them remain unused. We don't use them. So, if we memorize each and everything in our life, even then our brain cells or neurons will never be consumed. So, don't worry about your brain potentials. Brain has so many qualities. If we don't use some part of body, it lose its function. If you use it frequently, it remains in working position. So if you don't use your memory, it will rust and it will stop its function. Long-term memory means you learn something and it stays in your mind for a long time because you want to keep it for a long time. There is another situation that when you recall it frequently, it remains the part of your memory, long-term memory. If you just read one thing once and you never consult it again, it fades from your memory. So to keep something in your long-term memory, you should repeat it again and again. Suppose you have listened one lecture. When teacher goes out, read it quickly. Then read it at night. Then read it during weekends. Then read after a month. Then read after 3 months. Then read after 6 months. So it will become the part of your long-term memory. Look at, if you have drawn a line in your code chart with a stick, and next time you don't draw any line, it will fade. But if you draw that line on the same line again and again, that line will be permanent. Same is the case with memory. Long-term memory has some other types. Explicit memory, which is explicit, which is apparent. Implicit memory, which is hidden memory. It is long term, but it is hidden. You take some time to recall it. Autobiographical memory. Everybody has full of autobiographical memories, whatever happens with us. Our near and dear ones who pass away, or they have done good or bad things with you, or you have experienced things in your life, they become the part of your autobiographical memory. Significance of memory is so high that you can memorize lessons quickly. You can memorize dates and time, especially if you are studying history or history of English language or linguistics. You can recall your work. Suppose somebody has assigned some work to you and you say, I forgot it because I have short memory. So you can easily recall the whole list of your work. You can become a real scholar if you can recall or if you can memorize. What's the difference between Dr. Zakir Naik and the others? Dr. Zakir Naik can memorize, recall, and share his reading with page number, with book number, with addition in front of people. So he is famous all over the world due to his excellent memory skill. Those who have good memory, they feel elevation among common people. I have met one scholar that he asked all children to say some word. Everybody was telling a word. Then there were almost 40 children, and 40 words list was prepared in his mind. Then he told the whole list of 1 to 40. Then he asked them, ask me any serial number, like tell me what I told on 26. I will tell you which thing was told on 26. If you ask me what is the number of train, I can tell you the number of train. This thing was so much amazing in my childhood. So today we'll share some tips how to get such type of memory, such photographic memory. You can't Google all the time and it makes you inferior in your academia. I have seen some people that if some student asks a question, they say, let me consult from Google, let me check from Google. And students say, if you will tell us after checking from the Google, we'll check from Google ourselves. So it is disgrace for a scholar. There are different memory competitions in the world, and USA is quite famous in memory competitions. There is National Memory Master competition in USA, and nowadays China has become memory master in the whole world. Now Chinese are winning these grandmaster memory competitions. Okay, in grandmaster national memory master competition is held in different countries. Then there is Grand Master of Memory competition, which is international. What happens in Grand Master Memory competition? You will memorize 1000 random digits in an hour. 1000 random digits in an hour. Number 2, memorize the order of 10 decks of cards. Decks mean 52 cards, and 10 decks mean 520 cards. You will memorize their order. Suppose it is a queen or a brick or a king, like this. Memorize the order of one deck of cards in under 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes, you will memorize one deck of cards and their sequence. Here is a picture in which people appear for Grand Master of Memory competitions. And I wish that these things should be started in Pakistan. Some tips to become a memory master. Understand information. Don't cram only. You should understand them. Why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this that you should be good in learning, learning for academic purposes, learning for your studies, and learning for your everyday life. And I wish that my students should complete the whole world. You should understand the information, then link it or association through mind maps. Linking is very important. You link one word with the other, second word with the other. If you create links, it becomes the part of your memory. If you just keep that thing in isolation, it doesn't become the part of your memory. Make a picture in your mind. Sleep on it. Sleep on it means you are thinking some problem and you are recalling that thing which you want to memorize and then you sleep on it. When you are sleeping, your mind is working on that problem. And when you get up, you get the solution of that mm, problem. Or it will affect your memory. Self-check by recalling every night. This is very important. When there is night, recall your all day activities from morning to night. There would be sense of accountability. How have you spent your time? Moreover, it will improve your memory. I have checked this practice. I have done this practice many times. It really increases your memory and recalling ability. Repetition, as I have told you earlier, that repetition of one thing makes you perfect. Mnemonics. Mnemonics is a technique to memorize something. You can use your mother tongue words to memorize something, or you can use some English words, you can use some rhymes to memorize something. Suppose many people are confused about epistemology and ontology. I have memorized epistemology in this way: Epistemology, epistemology. I have made it ik, ik, like K stands for knowledge. Epistemology is knowledge. Ontology, Ontology. I have memorized it OR, or. O for ontology, R for reality of knowledge. So ontology is reality of knowledge. Many people are confused about Adam's son, Abel and Cain, Habil and Kabil, that who has killed the other. I have memorized it in this way that Cain, the word K is there, and Qatil in Urdu also starts with K. So Cain is murderer, Qatil of Abel, Habil. I have made another mnemonics like inductive reasoning or deductive reasoning. For inductive reasoning, I have made the word indel. IND has taken for inductive and ER is for er. Er mean examples to rules. E for examples, R for rules. Deductive, Deductive. I have taken two words from DE and I have made it dairy, dairy. Here rules to examples. In deductive, rules are told first, then rules lead to examples. So these are my mnemonics techniques to memorize something. Be a visual learner, that try to be a visual learner. Make pictures like make mind maps. In the corner you look at a mind map. In this mind map, one person's activities has been shown with different links, different color coding has been used, then there are sub branches. So instead of memorizing one complete biography with the notes of 10 pages, if you memorize just one mind map, and it will make a picture in your mind, and you can easily recall it and write it. So be a visual learner to become a good memory master. And these memory masters are very good visual learners. You can practice it in another way. Suppose you go to your kitchen and look at those pictures, things, just for 1 minute and come back. Then take a piece of page and draw that oven was here, stove was here, and other utensils were there, and there was a sack of wheat, there was a fridge in this corner. So in this way your mind will start working that whatever I will see, I will memorize it. You can also use diagrams. When students appear in GRE international exams, and there is an analytical part, they must make diagrams to memorize it. Diagrams help you to learn and keep it in your mind. Memory palace technique. This is very important, and many memory masters have mentioned it. In the right corner, you look at a house, or you look at a building structure. You can practice in your home too. Suppose you will make in the beginning 5 points in your home. Your first point is your gate, then there is garage, and then there is drawing room, and then enter the drawing room, then there is dining table, and then there is a door from which you come out, then there is bedroom of your father, then there is bedroom of your sister, then there is bedroom of your other brother, then there is a kitchen, then there are stairs which are going upwards. So you have made 10 points. And suppose one person tells something like number one is cell phone. You feel that you make a picture in your mind that you have placed a cell phone near the gate. Then the person told the number two is train. You put the train in the garage. Then the person talks about charger. Charger has been placed in the drawing room. You build a story, and you place, you feel, and you imagine that that particular thing has been placed in that room. So when you tell a complete list to the person, you will start moving from gate, you enter it, and you visualize that that particular thing has been placed over there. In this way, you are calling and you are telling, and the other person is amazed that you have memorized all those things. You should practice the memory palace technique. There are songs and rhymes which help you to memorize things. Five senses. Use your five senses well, and keep that data in your brain and recall it to become a memory master. Solve online puzzles, IQ tests, they are very important. I have seen that foreign university students, whenever they are free or they are waiting for the next class, they are solving online puzzles. These puzzles enable you to solve the problem, and if a person is problem solver in his or her real life, that person is successful. Concentration plays a vital role in memory. You should take notes while you are observing. Your spatial memory. Spatial is relevant with space, place. As I have mentioned, locations. You should learn location of things, and you should be able to recall them. Be a good storyteller. from the given information, from the data, from the things. Train your brain with practice. Brain does not learn it automatically. As bodybuilders build their body, they train their each muscle. In the same way, you should train your brain to learn and memorize. If you leave your brain idle, it will rust and it won't be able to memorize anything. Be imaginative. I'm not saying be a daydreamer. I'm saying be imaginative. Like in science fiction movies, they are so much and so good imaginative. Chunking. Chunking means you should break big ideas into pieces. You can make abbreviations to learn something. For instance, Ali, 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 for memory. Hazrat Ali was famous in memorizing things. So A stands for association, L for location, and I for imagination. So if you want to become a memory master, you should follow Ali: association, location, and imagination. Another is a technique to memorize dates. This is so much challenging. Look at 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits have been written. Here you write ABC, but you will leave vowel letters A, E, I, U, U. You won't write them. So B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. So you will make words here. There is a number 4. Here is 4 and you have taken S. There is a 9. 9, there is M or Y option. M has been taken. Then there is 8, 8 and L has been taken. Then there is a 5, 5 and in front of 5 there is H. And then there is again 8 and L has been chosen. And then 1, 1 and C and P has been taken. And there is 5 and T has been chosen. And for 3 R has been chosen. So look here, S, M, L, L, H, L, C, P, T, R. You can give it the name helicopter. In this way, digits have been changed into a picture of small helicopter. Here I want to advise you that suppose here 8 has been used 3 times. First time you should take from the front row. If it appears second time, you should take from the second row. If they come together, you should take the same letter double. Suppose here 8 has been mentioned twice, double L has been chosen. So to memorize the word or the picture is easy. So how will you memorize these digits? With the help of the picture of small helicopter. With the practice you can improve this technique. Body and brain has very close relationship. If you take care of your body, your brain will also function smoothly. It is said that a sound mind is in sound body. That if your mind is, if you need a strong mind, your body should be strong. You should take exercise daily. You should take care of your health. You should take good sleep. Don't worry all the time. Take healthy food and avoid junk food and eat less food. Don't eat too much, and it will rust your mental abilities. And live with the company of motivated people, those who want to excel in the life. If you live with those people who don't have any ambition or don't have vaulting ambitions, you will die. Your inner self will die. Dominic O'Brien is the 8 times Grand Memory Master. He has won this competition 8 times. He was interviewed and he mentioned that discipline is the key of memory, and train your working memory, short term memory. Review your lectures immediately, then 24 hours, after 1 week, after 1 month, and after 6 months. Then it will become the part of your long term memory. Make your habit of note taking. And Steve Jobs, head of Apple company, he also used to take notes on his diary. Memory palace technique I have mentioned earlier. Chinese are very good memory masters, and analogies can be solved with these memory techniques. And if you use memory, you will polish it, chisel it. If you won't use your memory, you will lose your mental abilities. Technology is used for the enhancement of your memory skills, and there are some very good apps you can easily and freely download from play stores. And if you practice them, you will feel that your mind has started to work fast. Your mental abilities have been chiseled. Editing, it trains your memory with your info, your own personal info. Cognitive brain fitness, it also focuses on memory and concentration. Memory trainer, it increases your spatial memory, place and location memory. Coach memory brain trainer, it increases your attention power, speed, and multitasking potential. There is memory ladder, it increases your memory. Memory master, it also increases your memory. So I advise you that you should spend a few minutes with these apps, and you should increase your memory. Thank you so much. Good luck for your studies. If you have any question, please ask these questions in the Zoom session. Good luck. Thank you so much for your concentration.